Hi again guys, and if you enjoyed the video, please mention it in the comments. You would also be doing me a big favour if you would like, ring the notification bell and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already done so, it costs you nothing to do so, but it does a massive favour to the future success of the channel. I'll see you on the next one, but for now, ciao.
The world may never seem to be what it is 30 years ago. What I'm saying to you for right now in your team, focus on building yourself. Focus and getting a career. Put God first and see where it goes. See where we go down the line.
Don't bring God into this conversation.
What idea do I have that you know of that I don't know? No, but I said, are you young? Are you not young? Okay, you're still young. I'm over 50. I could be your dad. I call you young. What is your perspective? What is your perspective in life? On what? What am I wrong? Which men? Which by who? By who? I think it's a fantastic one. Fantastic one. I think it's a fantastic one. A fantastic one. Fantastic one.
Do you appreciate the sex trafficking he got?
Sir.
Do you appreciate the sex trafficking?
Do you have evidence that he trafficked anybody?
Do you have
evidence?
Do you have evidence he didn't?
That's what we don't need to have a conversation. That's what we don't need to have a conversation. Leave that to the Supreme Court. This is Speaker's Con. That's different subject. This is Speaker's Con, my friend. I think he's an influence to a lot of young men. Beg your pardon? Sir. What violence does it influence?
Said on street he was doing it.
What influence
The bro
does it
literally
have?
said what he did.
Yes. What is right? Did you know what Andrew Tate says? It is biblical.
Oh, wow, it's biblical. He can't do anything wrong.
I beg your pardon? I'm not talking about submissive. I'm talking about submissive. Sorry, listen, I'm talking to her. She said a while ago, he said, sorry, we can't talk about center.
Okay, let her go.
You says to me a while ago, Andrew Tate said, women should be submissive to their husbands. And yes, the Bible teaches you that also. A woman is an helpmeet to a man. But what is the violence you're talking about? How? And he's not arrested for it? How many young boys that are influenced by him that are murdering and are raping women? How many young boys are doing that? Name me five. 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 Young men who have rose up because of Andrew Tate that are predominantly attacking women and raping women.
It's a way of thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
How did he ruin women's life when you have your own life in your hand? How does he ruin your life? My sister, this is Speaker's Corner. I'm not here to discuss civil matters. It has nothing to do with me. Andrew Tate's problem with the Supreme Court is nothing. There's not a trial for Andrew Tate. This is Speaker's Corner. Go ahead, my sister.
You won't hold anyone accountable.
If you want to come down, listen. Sorry. Let me say it for the benefit of the camera. Whatever cases Andrew Tate has, it is for the court of law to find him guilty. Until then, I wish not to discuss anything about a matter of the court with no civilian. Let me say for the public, don't go in your feelings and your emotions. This is real reality. Okay. I'm just saying to you, have you heard? Have you heard? Have you heard what I said? Okay. This is how we speak. This is Speaker's Corner. Welcome to the club. This is how we speak.
Yeah, but if we all start
What
shouting,
did you
it's not
brought
going to
her
work.
for?
And we can all
What did you
shout.
brought her for?
Oh my goodness. Chill the fuck.
Yes, what did you brought her for? What is her help for? What is her for? About what? About what? Use Andrew Tate. Listen, Andrew Tate. For the camera. For the camera. I'm going to say this. She has just said to me a while ago, because of Andrew Tate's influence, young boys are brought up to rape women and to do women terrible things. This is what he said. The camera's there. The camera's there.
Well, talk to the
Okay.
person in front of you.
I support Andrew Tate 100% in trying to get young men stand up as masculine men to get out there to have a stand within family values. There we go.
No, they are. No, they are.
Is that written in here? Because I'd love to read through. I can't go and read one book.
They're more than.
I'm going to ask a question. No, we're not the for the show of hands here, how many rich women here would want a poor man?
Yes, I already did this. Yes, it's all the women that are here.
Yeah.
What about money, mate?
Ask me why I asked the question first.
Why did you ask that question?
What I've just done a while.
I do actually take it there.
I asked a simple question. How many women are here who want?
He's really not the right guy.
What is being poor? What it means to
really
be
not the
poor?
right guy.
Oh, Mama, you're now redirecting.
No, but I have to ask you. What does it mean to be poor?
No. You're redirecting because you didn't get outward. And that's fair.
I asked a simple question. What is it to be poor?
Outward. Yeah. He's going to bring it back to us.
Poor is not having money. Poor when you lack self-value.
This is outrageous.
That's outrageous.
He said that submission style.
Of course. Speak louder, let me hear from you. Yeah. Coming with Andrew Tate's property. You know, when you come to Andrew Tate's property, I'm going to speak as well.
The Bible also says a lot of things that through time have been a little bit
It
changed.
also says that men should love their women.
Thank you very much. No. No. They don't want it two-way street. It's the man's problem.
So does the epidemic?
That's the man's problem.
So does the
That's the man's problem. That's the man's problem.
This man
I've never seen a revolt against masculinity in men until the 21st century. I've never seen it before. I asked the question. Put up with what? What have you put up with? Every individual have their own days. What have you put up with? And why do you stay in it? Why do you put up in it? Let me hear it, okay? How? Here we go again. My sister, this is Speaker's Corner. This is Speaker's Corner. This is Speaker's Corner.
It's not shouting.
They're trying to get it.
But also, actually,
What is it in your life that is about men? What is it? Because I can't. All you triggers, you're not making sense. I don't know where you're going from. You need to ask them. They are the ones who want to. What is it about men that amplify your fear that you don't want to be submissive to your husband?
no, but that wasn't even the initial thing.
So you must questions to ask and nobody answers.
Can I actually say
She's telling me about the 20% statistics, which I tell her, I say to them, these people.
Excuse me, one thing. When you walk through a park at night on your own,
Yes.
would you be scared?
No.
No, I would.
Why, you know why I wouldn't be scared? Why would I be through the park late at night at the dark? I have the whole day to do that. Why would I know that my life is at risk and I put the goggles on my ears, put the speakers on, and the dark pitch of the night I'm jogging like nobody business like this? Why? Why would I do that? Why would I know that why would I know if I go to Baghdad, terrorists are there to kidnap me? Why would I go there?
Let me answer.
Go ahead.
Because you wouldn't need to be scared because you're a man.
No, darling.
Yeah.
Men scared too?
Yeah.
We scared too.
Wait, can I make a point?
We scared too.
Okay.
We scared too.
Who are you
You
scared
think?
of?
Sorry.
Are you scared of other men? Yes. No, surely not. Yes, you are.
Where's-
You're talking about scared. You're scared of women, aren't you? Are you?
Do you know that women are serial killers too? Do you know that women are serial killers too? Do you know that women are rapists too? Do you know that women are abusers too?
Wait.
All the things you're accusing men of, women are the devil of the same
We
class.
know that.
So what's the problem? Where do we bridge the gap?
No, actually.
What's the solution?
Can I come back to a point that you raised against women in these private
with statistics. So the problem that we have then. So we have a problem. How do we fix it? How do we fix it from the home?
It starts with society.
From the home. How many women today are single parents?
Wait, what does that have
Why?
to do
What?
with
Why?
anything?
Why?
What does that have to do? It's just doing it for show. But regardless, what you were talking about, submissive women, that was your response to us talking about abuse.
What is, no, but what is your abuse? What is the abuse? What is the abuse?
Hold on. You don't need to shout and repeat yourself. I'm listening to you. I'm actually receptive to what you're saying.
Yeah, but we have to make sense because I'm just going to just circle.
No,
So you have to make
what
sense.
I'm pointing out is that what we were talking about were examples of abuse, and you're rebutting.
But you're saying men. You're saying men. You can't say that.
I
Women does the
didn't
same thing
say
too.
that. We were
Have you heard it on
talking
camera says
about.
that? 20% of men. It is life. It's life.
That's not about abuse. 20% of men wasn't even about abuse. You weren't even listening.
I'm asking you this question.
And also it was
Okay.
not
What
20%
is the
of men.
solution that you're looking for?
What I am
Because
saying
you're telling
to
me about the
you
problem.
is it is quite reflective that what we were talking about were examples of abuse against women. Didn't even say that all men. We didn't say anything you're putting in my mouth. Your rebuttal was in the Bible. It says that women are to be submissive.
There were many different
It
conversations.
doesn't say that women are to be abused. Being
Nobody says you should be.
submissive is
Nobody
one
said you should be.
thing. Exactly. So
Okay,
I
so-
don't know why,
yeah.
as a man, you've translated us talking about abuse into a disposition
Yeah, but what
of
is your abuse? You're one person.
submissiveness.
You're one person against 50 million women just in one continent. What is your abuse? What is called your abuse? The man says, "Excuse me, you need to get dinner prepared for me." Is that abuse? I'm sorry, you
No, it's
parked the car very
outrageous, but
wrongly,
it's not.
and you need to park it properly. Is that abuse? Or, darling, you are late. You spend 5 hours in the mirror to get 15 minutes of fame. Could you come out with it?
Don't
You're running
make
late.
a
Is that
mockery.
abuse?
No, don't make
I
a
need to know
mockery.
what is your abuse.
Don't make a
Can I
mockery,
tell you?
because that's actually
Can I
angry.
tell you what abuse is?
Thank you.
Okay.
Now we're getting to
So-
the meat of the bone.
Yes. So
Oh.
the abuse is that since 2009,
Yes.
a woman every 3 days was killed by her partner or by a man. That's the abuse that
By
we're
which statistic?
by the statistics that are gathered every single year. The amount of women that are killed.
And you trust the statistic?
Yes, I do. I trust also 66 women men were killed last year by women. So it's definitely on both sides. But the epidemic is that it's so much higher for women.
I tell you what. I tell you what's the problem. I do travel. One of my biggest disappointments. No, sorry. One of my biggest disappointments across Europe is to see young women on holiday vacation spots, the way they behave.
Oh, stop it. No. Stop it right now. That is so outrageous.
I'm poking the pig in the grounds now.
But like, what's that got to do with it?
We've
Let me
spoken
finish
about
now.
women
Let me finish
being
now.
killed.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Okay? I said I do travel and see the behavior patterns of young women across the world. Doesn't give men the right to do anybody anything. But what I'm saying, let me put it this way. Let me tell you what's written. When you dress in the mornings to go to work or go there, can I just finish? When you dress in the days to go out, how do you want society to see you?
Maybe not as me to be killed. That is
You can dress any way you like.
lacking in
Okay,
any culture.
I will wear
now,
whatever I like.
can a man dress anyhow he likes?
Absolutely. You go
Absolutely.
Out, you go out
Okay.
wherever you
Now,
like.
I'm asking you, what is it about you that allows you to dress that way that is provocative to society? That in your head, it does. It does. Because you see what happened? Because if I show you a picture of what Great Britain was in the 60s compared to now,
That's not
it
how
was a
many
good
women
era.
were
We all
raped and
Why
killed.
are men
decent attire.
sexualizing women? I want to run. Why do we be sexualized while running? I'm in running shoes. Why do we be sexualized?
Tell you why. When I was growing up, I have 5 sisters.
I have 6
Let me explain to you.
2 brothers.
My sisters would never be in the home just like you.
But that's fine.
You know, let me,
But they don't
sorry.
have. I mean,
Let
they
me
can
finish.
dress any
Let
way
me
they
finish.
want.
What? I mean,
Guys, just you asked me a question. Let me give you an answer. In my mum home, as a school teacher, there's a certain level of respect and authority that was instituted by my
I don't need
parents.
to respect anyone
You see,
out here.
let me finish. Guys, please, if you want to learn, I want to have an understanding of anything, hear me out. At my home, we all come to the table to have meal together as a family. We all discuss certain things we're going through as a family. My sisters knew how they're supposed to present themselves to the public and before their spouse. So it was a protocol we followed. It brought us up today that we are more close, acceptable people. Means that the way how you carry yourself tells a lot about your character. Okay, if I see a girl out there now dressed in a very
Hope
tight
you're enjoying this.
and mesh
Thanks for
stocking.
coming on the channel.
No, I'm just giving an example. And she's walking on the road and swinging with gum in her mouth or whatever like that. The first thing comes to anybody's mind is what? She's either selling or she's looking somebody else.
It's not your right to say.
Remember what I said? When you dress to go out, how do you want society to see you?
I don't give a shit.
You don't give a shit? Okay, so I just featured your own game. If you don't care how they see you, why do you care how men see
Do
you?
you want an actual rebuttal?
I'm not saying anybody should validate you.
But you say that I should feel the need to be validated by a man.
What I'm saying to you, remember what I said to you before?
I should understand.
When you dress to go out in the public,
No.
how
this
do
is
you
irrelevant.
want society
This
to
is
see you?
irrelevant because...
It is relevant.
No,
It is relevant.
How do you...
Murder and abuse. We're talking about both sides. What's the solution for it? I brought it up. Home value.
Okay, and how can
Teaching
you...
young, listen, instead
Can I ask you
of
questions?
instead of trying to be single parents and you don't need men, get the men back into the homes. Get them back into the homes. Build back the homes for the men. A boy cannot be raised by a female on her own.
Answer my question.
But I've just answered you. I've just answered you.
You didn't ask. How is how a woman dresses relevant to murder and abuse? And
I'm going to
please,
tell you
wait,
why.
wait, wait.
I'm going to tell you
Give
why.
me a second. And please also bring that correlation back to why babies get murdered and
That's
raped.
exactly it.
Can I have this finish up?
They put on an exhibition of all of the outfits that were worn by multiple victims that came forward about their sexual assaults and their rapes. And in each, they had the outfit that each person was wearing when they were raped. Do you know the outfits that were on display in this exhibition? Pause 1 minute. Wedding dresses, children's pajamas, fully clothed, business attire, baby clothes. Let me hear your rebuttal to that.
You
Because
have
you've
men in
come at
society
us-
who have mental breakdown.
Oh, bless them, that must be really tough. If they could just stop raping and killing us, that
See
would
what he
be
goes?
fucking grand.
She stays at home of bacon and beans while some guy out there in Baghdad fighting on her behalf. I just said, oh, stop, baby.
This is ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. When the men sacrifice themselves for women's existence in regards to the home, you said it's
Excuse
nothing.
me, we brought up a statistic about abuse and you
Who
immediately-
gave those statistics? I've never seen many of them.
No, you
Who should I trust?
You immediately
TikTok
spoke
statistics.
about
Whose
our
statistics are here?
But all you did was attack from out the
What
window.
attack?
You started saying that
What is the attack? What is the
You
attack? What
started
is the
saying
attack?
you've left the house like that.
I asked the question again.
It's a
What
fucking pair of shorts.
What completes or fulfills? What completes a human being? Fulfill the fundamentals of a human being.
It's different for anyone.
1, purpose. 2, character. 3, will. You see? You said no because you see these things are missing from your pot. That's why your ingredients is in a problem.
Don't personally judge
What is
her.
missing? Because you're violating what it means to be an understanding person towards another human being. Let me tell you what I mean. Let me tell you what I mean. Everything that I retaliate to you about what men does. Put it this way. I remember before in the 70s when you had national services. You know what was it for many women to watch the boy child came out of the home, stand before the city gates and the homes to be let off in Cold
How you
War
doing?
that was
All
created
right,
by egoistic men who wanted to fight war of their home.
What's this one?
Here we go again. None of these guys came back home. 15,000 British youths under the age of 20 died in war in Poland in trenches of coal.
Who does the
There you go.
war? Who
That's
does
still
the
not
war?
getting it. That's still not getting it.
No, don't talk about it like
That's
that.
still not getting
Sorry,
it.
whose game is war? Men's. Who run war? Men. Who fight in war? Men. You're complaining.
And what you do?
Sorry,
And what
you're
you do?
complaining
What is your
about
role?
a system.
What is your role?
Where you
What is
fucking
your
put
role?
us.
What is your
Where
role?
you put us and where you're
Where is your
advocating.
role? What is your role as a woman?
I'm answering you.
No.
Listen.
What is
No,
your
no,
role as a woman?
me.
What is your role?
No, me.
Let's narrow it down. What is your role as a woman?
Are you listening? Because I just answered you.
Yeah, what is your role?
Our role was at the time where you put us, where
put
you're
you?
advocating to keep us. You complain about the war that you were in. You didn't fucking let us go.
You don't have to swear.
You
You
want
don't
to?
have to swear.
I don't have to. Want to? I can.
Oh, well,
I can
see,
also.
see,
Speakers corner.
It's not, yeah,
It's
but you don't. If I don't engage with you in that tone, the tone
Sorry.
don't. No, that doesn't matter.
I'm Scottish.
It doesn't
You've
matter.
been shouting
If
in
I
our
shout, you don't
faces.
need to use abuse.
You've
I
been
have
shouting in
I
our
have the
faces.
voice
You've
to
been
stop the
wagging
conversation if I
fingers.
want.
You
You don't need to
don't
use indecent language.
behave.
Behave what?
Don't tell me
What is your
language
role?
to
What
use.
is your role as a woman in society?
You tell me what I just told
Yeah, no.
you.
What is your role?
Use your fake
What is your role?
words, 'cause I
What is
just
your role?
told you about 3
What you're telling me 20% of women being raped or whatever? What is this? What is this? What is you want? What is you
That
want?
wasn't the statistic.
I'm prepared to. What is it you want in
You
society?
just complained when we
What can we
spoke
do
about
for you
abuse.
in society that you want so much?
Listen.
We took the harder job.
Sorry,
We're the masons, we're the carpenters. We die in building site. We go to war, we die, we do everything.
Can I say-
Bring you back home, food, money, and a family. What else should we give you? What else you need? What else you need? What else you need?
The conversation started with violence against women by men. And you know what? It's made it quite clear. You already just sexualized what I was wearing and said that it's inappropriate. You did. I'm on a run.
Have you seen from the camera what I said to her? I asked her this very question. When you dress to go out in society, how do you want people to see
And
you?
you said what I was wearing.
Yeah, I'm saying for me, that's how I was brought up.
But wait.
That's me. I never said it in the entire world.
Why is my
I
outfit,
find it that way.
Why is my outfit being sexualized?
Why? Because you're in
I'm
my
on a
sorry.
run.
You're on a run. Personally, for me, I was brought up to wear those stuff. You need to be in an institution that provides you with that equipment to jog or run.
What?
In public, you don't normally have to do certain things. You can always jog. It's not a problem to you. Okay. What I'm saying, I grew up in a very a society where decency brought up.
Let's swap.
You want to put this on?
Do you know what's decent?
Are you ready?
No. Do you know what is decent? It's not assaulting
This is called
women.
No. You can keep yours.
This is called cross-dressing.
And
by the way.
actually, I just want to say for everybody that's joined after, I love men.
We love you
I'm
anyway.
coming from a place
Don't
of
think the men hate the
compassion.
women. We love you.
I'm not against men in any way, and I don't think either one of us are. I think it's me trying to change a little bit.
This is sort of
Sorry. 1 minute. Do you know how much bulletproof protection is in that coat?
so much. I'm now so safe.
That's why you're not scared.
Do you know how much warmth is in that coat?
Yeah, crazy.
Do you know how much love is in that coat?
Not much.
Do you know how much forgiveness is in that coat?
Nothing.
Do you know how much smiles is in that coat?
Guys, the coat's getting dirty.
Anyway, guys, we're not against you guys. What we're saying, I understand your statistics. I understand that, to be honest with you, during the lockdown, I've seen the greatest statistics in England that I've never seen before. A lot of domestic violence. And what you have to understand, we must come to the conclusion that we have people in society who are going through mental problems. How do we access these people? We have to be more tolerant, more loving, and get to the state where we help them to become better citizens and better
But
people.
that's
And
what
I'm
we
with you.
were
And I'm with you.
advocating.
I
You
understand where the
didn't
guy and
feel
you
those-
guys are coming from. What I'm saying, I'm not going to tell you men are squeaky clean, and women just likewise. But I'm always the advocate for bridging the gap. I came from somewhere where the home starts everything. You see, I believe in my life. A woman who can't cook, who doesn't know how to do anything in a home, she's gonna have a problem being in a home with a man. I come with that. No, I'm just giving. I'm giving them mine. I'm giving them my take of it.
With a man that doesn't know how to cook, what if the woman is the one who works and the man is the one who stays home? How do you explain professional?
A man.
She's a
If
professional woman. She's a renowned professor. And she's well known. She's mentored people. And she's a single woman.
you know what I'm saying. Good on you to want to choose to be single, but there are millions of women out there who wants to have a husband and have a family.
There's nothing wrong with what is nothing
I will say. So what I'm saying, the point we need to bridge that gap with. How do we stop domestic violence?
What's the divorce rate?
With education and compassion,
Now,
actually.
the question is, how do we start
Divorce
educating the
rate.
men?
It starts with society. It starts with the men who go to these because marriage in place, like the patriarchy.
Yes. How do we move it?
We need to get strict on men like Donald Trump who are powerful.
Yes, Donald Trump has to do with
Who
women.
openly said, grab a woman by her pussy. You think that's what this is?
I've never heard him say that.
You've never heard it. There's a video, you can watch
Yeah,
it.
I've never heard it. So surprisingly, everything you're getting from you true. I've never heard him say that before. You see, I can't testify. I'd be a liar. I'm saying to you, I have a problem. I have a solution for the problem. Bring back the family home. Where love and joy is. You know what it is like for a grown man to come home and see his wife in the kitchen? Stir him, did it? His whole world comes alive. We give it the sweetest name, honey, darling, sweetie pie. Everything is there. We grew up in that home. What is wrong with that home?
Can I tell you, I've got an idea for you. I'm going to find you some cooking classes.
Me,
I think you
girl,
need to get
I
in
cook
that
for you, you bite your fingers. Don't mess around with me, darling. I know about the kitchen enough. I whoop you up a steak in the stove. I can tell you my solution, you can have yours. But I think as human beings we share something together. That we see problems, we recognize there is ongoing problems, but we can come together to find a good solution. And I'm saying to you that we need
But a
to.
lot of your solutions are just like kind of talk about
It was
No,
just,
it don't-
yeah,
what ways we do wrong.
Yeah, what I'm saying to you, it's not about men against women or women against men. We're saying, from my perspective, I think if we can steer young men to start to value women from a younger age. Have more masculinity around the young boys.
But it's not about, well, what
Put it
is
this way,
masculine?
a woman cannot grow a boy child the way a man would have been in that boy's life.
Can a man grow a woman's
Sorry, can I put it
Yeah.
this way? Statistically shown in the state of America, 90% of the guys who are in prison are there because of single parenting.
No, what?
Where did you get that
Hold on. And Milksegate, we
Have you ever been to one of
That's
these
not
prisons
real
before?
Yes, I have.
statistic.
I'm giving a raw
I
statistic.
have been. Statesville Prison, Joliet. I've been there.
Yes. What I'm
I worked
saying to you,
there in the
how many-
medical department.
Yes.
You're wrong.
I'm wrong. That's
Yeah.
one place. I'm talking about a lot of addictions to myself.
It's Chicago.
That's one of the ones.
Chicago's represented.
Don't even think about Chicago.
What do you mean?
Gun
there's-
violence every day, 9 times out of 10. The most single parent because the welfare state system is the women's husband. So all they give now. Oh, let's go for it. Look what Donald Trump is saying. Now, if I'm paying the child support, I'm supposed to claim the child credit in the end.
can
You
I-
guys rebel. Oh no!
Well, can I ask a question
Why?
then? Can I ask a question? So all of these people are in prison because they grew up with single moms?
When men,
Wait,
let me answer you.
Yeah?
I'm going to explain to you from my point of view,
Well,
not
can
from
you-
everybody's point of
Can
view.
I be? It might be a little bit rude, but can I just be blunt? Can you make it quick?
Beg your pardon.
Can
This
you
is
make
the world of
the
women.
rebuttal a bit quick?
Just quick.
No,
Okay.
yeah.
If I had said to you a while ago, darling, quickly give me some scrambled eggs.
No, I just. You're very. I'm not.
You see what happens? You see what happens?
Nothing happens. I say no.
Statistically, as a male person, my dad gave me values
This
that
isn't
brought
fair.
me.
This
that
is
bro-
This is your going on. Okay, so all I want to say is these people in prison because they grew up with single parents and they lack the father figure. I'm guessing that's what you're implying,
No,
right?
no.
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 Then
Listen
what were you
first.
implying?
Listen, then
Oh,
you'll
I've
understand.
been listening so
Oh,
much.
so you asked the question, you don't want the answer.
No, because I just wanted you to clarify. But
I'm
you're in
speaking
the
from a point of
theatrics.
experience,
Why
not
am
statistics.
I not? Why
Not
am I
statistics.
not?
Experience.
What's your experience? What? You were in prison.
I had a dad. I do have a dad in my life now. My mom and my dad are two different people. There's certain things my mom will instill in me, my dad instill different stuff. Why? They both complement each other. I grew up to understand as a male person, my role in a home is to serve, to protect my family, to
And
provide.
And about the incarceration
Can I finish?
statistics.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
To protect my wife, to protect my children, and to be a provider for my family. That was what was brought up in me, even to today.
But no one
Now,
has to agree with
no,
that. I don't have to agree.
listen to me. What I'm saying to you, good on you, for you. But for me, I roll in that boat.
Right.
I love
And-
that boat.
and about
Because
the-
that boat brought me to be the person I am today. I respect women, I have high value and I have standards for
Wait,
women.
and about the incarceration.
Because a lot of these guys, I've met them. 2/3 of the murders in Chicago are young black boys who their fathers were absent and they took
So then, can I say one
they
thing?
took the road to the streets to become gangbangers.
Can I say one thing then?
I'm telling you.
Can I say something then? As much as we're advocating for the young men, should we not also maybe shine a light on all the fathers that abandon their families?
But that's I'll put it this way. We should. We should.
Just a little moment
We should.
for
No, no.
that
But
because
we
I
should.
feel like it's
But we
integral
need
to
to
your
ask.
point.
We need to
I
ask.
don't think it's the single mother's fault.
But yes, because a lot of times, a lot of men.
Why?
Put it this way. Can I ask you a question? How many homeless women you see in the world?
I mean, too many.
By statistics, is their choice to be homeless?
What? I don't think it's anybody's choice. To be
Okay, let me give you a scenario. I come home this evening, you're having a lovely steak in the kitchen. I raise my voice, you don't like it. You decide, because of a feminine movement, I don't need him anymore. Bring the police. Oh, he's abusing me verbally. He needs to go.
That's
Like you've just taken.
How many men?
I like that.
Anything
Can I-
happens,
can I give you an
the
example?
court and the justice system of this world tells the man he needs to leave his home. And the woman and the children are compensated to be in that home.
Yeah, or maybe lots of
So-
men
so-
are abusing their wives.
Oh, okay. So,
Or maybe. I'm just
so-
saying,
so-
just to give a little bit of
we
balance.
have to
maybe
know
that is
what
also
statistic
out.
we're using. We can't assume. Because a lot of men
Wait,
today
wait.
are homeless because women are in their feelings and emotion and they walk the men out. It's an easy ticket way out.
No, it's really good that men are really fueled by
Excuse me.
emotion.
Have you guys ever traveled to Morocco or Dubai?
I'd love to.
Have you seen those women there who were once married with those yachts? and those Lamborghinis and those Range Rovers.
Gorgeous.
And if you hear their story, oh, we don't need a man.
I'm going. When's the best time to go?
And they had a man.
When's the best time to go?
Oh, you paying for the ticket? Oh, let's go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying to you guys, it's a balance. I hope for you the best in life. I personally believe that you guys have what it takes to carry feminism to another level. I hope and trust that sometime in life when I meet you guys, you'll be wonderful, smiling in the arms of a husband and two lovely children on your own yacht. You see, I can be very optimistic about the future.
That's lovely,
That's my
yeah.
dream. I'm like Martin Luther now. I had a dream. I have a dream where all women will get married and have loads of kids and enjoy your life. But you know what happens? In society, we have broken people.
Do you think that all men
We have
should get
broken
married
people.
and have kids?
Listen, the Bible says it is not good for man to be alone.
What about gay men?
To be honest with you, that's an area that is a grey area that I don't get into. Why? Because if I'm telling you my Judeo-Christian beliefs, the Bible teaches men should not be with men. And that's my value from it. I don't, put it this way, don't ask me a question when you already know what my answer is going to be, then you get upset.
Nobody's upset. It was quite
Okay,
entertaining.
I'm saying to you, your life, this is not an entertainment. People learn from here. People do learn from
Do you know
here.
what I've learned?
I think I've spiraled. Yeah, don't wear
Do me a
shorts.
favor, do me a
Be
favor.
careful.
You can jog in your shoes. You choose where you go and what you do wisely.
But that's
Okay?
but we have
I'm not going to
do
say
it.
to
I
you
shouldn't
out
have
there.
to do that.
No,
I
no,
shouldn't
no.
have
You
to do
shouldn't
that.
have
You
to.
have
But
to be
welcome to the world we
careful.
live in.
Yeah,
That's the fear.
But-
That's the epidemic. That's exactly what I've been saying from the start.
But how are we gonna mend it?
Should not
How are we gonna
think
mend it?
that he could touch
How-
anyone.
It's not a matter of feel, it's how it is in
Actually, do
society.
you know how
We
I
need to
think-
get rid of pornography. We need to get rid of certain things that sexualize men's mind towards women. We have young boys who are sitting at home.
I'm not in your way, am
You have
I?
young boys at home.
I'm not in
watching
your way, am I?
pornography.
yeah,
no,
I
it's
mean,
fine.
but I watch porn.
And women do.
Nudge me if I go too far over.
You should be able to watch porn and stay at home.
beg your
I
pardon?
think that doesn't mean that you should leave the
It
house.
has
and
a
suddenly
daunting
think-
effect on how young men see women in
All
future.
this is
So
just.
you spoke about Andrew Tate being this great guy. Andrew Tate, what should that?
When I say Andrew Tate is a very good guy.
You did say that.
First time for the put it for the camera. For the cameraman, for the camera. For the first time, for the longest while, I've seen an individual who takes social media to say, young men, stop sitting at home and be lazy and lose games. Get up if you want to make real money or get something. Because you know why? He sees where the women are getting. He didn't know statistically. There are more women who are graduating out of the university with top degrees. There are more women who are taking up high paid jobs.
God, somebody must stop them.
When a woman, I'm going to tell you the statistics now. When a woman today who is stuck in her feminist ways, achieve a certain plateau of earnings, a man in that home is not needed.
But that's okay.
But that's men's.
Why would I be somewhere where I'm not needed?
But that's insecurity for
Find
men.
a different woman.
So you're saying then, you're ruling yourself out.
No, but that's just you
I
being
maybe
insecure.
don't want to
That's
get
not
married, but you're
That is-
projecting
you
your
are
idealism
you.
onto
Men,
us.
a lot of men don't like the feeling of women being more powerful than
What power? What is the power?
money. Having more say.
Money is not power.
Money is power.
No,
Money is always
no.
power.
Money,
Yes, it is.
money in economics has no value. It's just without trade, money has no value.
Money is power.
Money
Money
without
is
trade has no value. The money can depreciate.
power. Okay, but in a relationship,
Yes.
if a man has control of the money, that is power.
But what is control? In a relationship with a woman, it's not about me having control. Sweetheart, we have £1 million. How do we share it? When do we go for brunch? When do we go for vacation? That's what it's supposed to be. So, no, a lot of men out there like myself.
But also,
Millions of men out there too.
but what you're talking about is your ideal. We love this for you. I hope
But-
you
but-
have
but no,
your
no, I love it. I
beautiful
want it for the
life
whole
on
world.
But-
I want it for the whole world too.
But can I suggest something?
Yes.
What if I don't want that?
Well, good on you.
What if I want
Good on
something
you.
different?
And sail like Christopher
And
Columbus
it's
on
not-
your own on the ship.
And it's not me
And good on you.
saying, I hate men, I don't need them, I don't
No, but
like
your
them.
tone
It's not me
speaks
saying
as if,
that.
because
No,
what is
no,
happening
no,
to,
my
your
tone's
tone
not
speaks
said
that way, your tone speaks that 20% of being raped, and I'm saying to you, both sides of the story.
Wait, can I actually say something
Both
that's
sides of
really
the story.
important? Can I say something that's really important? It's not 20% of women that have been raped. It's much more.
Much more.
The statistic I was giving about 20%
Yes.
was that there's this idea at the moment that only 20%, the top 20% of men are attracted to women. It's not
Attractive
true.
to women.
That's what I was talking about
Yeah,
earlier.
but what is the
But
attractive?
that's what young
What-
men are being convinced of. It's not true.
Attractive to what?
That women want the top echelon of men.
All right.
And
Well,
that's not
there's a
true.
rule we call the 11th man. Can I tell you what the rule is? A woman will be inside of a bar or a restaurant, and 10 nice guys pull the chairs, give you flowers, give everything. And the 11th guy who comes in, who's a bad boy, that's the guy you want.
It's fiction.
Do you know that women are attracted to bad boys?
Do you know that we are women? Did you know about that?
Come back.
So can we not tell you what we're
No, but I'm-
attracted to? Because we are.
I never
last
said
time
you, I
checked,
said women. You're advocating on the behalf of women. And I said women.
What you keep missing is this conversation started
Yes.
with the epidemic that is going on right now, violence against women from men, and how it started from such a young age. And all you keep saying is home values.
But that's the only
It's
thing.
not. It's all
No,
put in
forget
mind.
there.
It's not
My sister, education starts from home. The teachers are not the educators, it's the parents.
Hold on.
The parents
So,
must have the
wait.
fundamental right
Can you
to
listen?
rule, to govern what, how, and where the children go.
What you keep talking
That's it.
about, what you keep talking about is
No,
a broken family.
but I'm just telling you facts.
But what you keep talking about
Facts.
is the broken family. So these children.
But it's the broken family that is creating the problem.
No,
That's called to you.
hold on.
They are the ones who are creating the rape.
Hold
They're the
on.
one that causing the problem.
I mean, that's not true.
But that's what you said.
But no, I'm saying.
Directly what you're saying.
Oh my gosh, no, because you're actually listening to half of every sentence I've ever said. So you keep talking about the broken family.
Yes.
If you're saying that these values start at home
Yes.
and that we have to start them at home,
Yes.
everybody that grows up in a broken family
Yes.
lost cause.
So
So actually,
no, put
what
it this way.
can I
Finish.
continue?
Finish.
What we actually need to fix is the education system.
But
We
what education
actually
system?
need to fix.
What education system? The one that says men can be women,
And it's so
and women can be men,
funny, 'cause I felt like I
and
was
men can go in
still
women's
talking
sports?
then.
I need to know what section of the education system you're
Do
talking
you
about.
think I was going to say it?
Yeah, no, but I need to know which section of the education system you're talking about.
I was in it at the time.
Yes.
So we need to improve social education. We need to improve relationship education. We need to educate people on how to contribute
Home, it
in
starts.
a society.
Home, it
but
starts.
if children are growing up
No.
in a broken home,
Because
which
the
you are
women,
saying
because their divorce
that
rates
you
are going up,
are-
and the women choose now to be independent of men.
So it's women's fault.
I'm just saying it's a choice you guys make. When I was growing up as a young lad, I don't care how old you are, and I pass you, morning, good evening, good morning. When was the last time people in society do something like that? When was the last time you see a man pull a chair for a woman? Yes. Okay. No. Remember what I said? It starts from somewhere in that small hometown in the village. And you are a product of good value. And you are a product of that good value. You see what happened? That's why you smile your brother. I'm with you guys. Fantastic speaking to you guys. But you know what happened? We can make the world a better place if we start and look in the mirror and start to see ourselves first.
Stop talking about my shorts.
I'll tell you what happened. Anyway, you have a lovely afternoon, guys.
Big shift.
And do me a favor. The
Cheers,
men love
guys.
you and will forever eternally love you. We can't live without you, we will not do without you.
Have a good day.
We need you. The society we live in, boys.
Orlando, don't.
I like where they put the flag.
I don't know what's happening today. They're swearing at us over there. I've had to tell the police twice.
What is that? The yeah, I did hear them doing the Allah Akbar as well.
Really,
Yeah.
it's because they've had so much food during Ramadan. I don't think it's come out the other end yet.
I think you're right.
I've never heard of it. Oh! What a scaredy cat. What a coward. What a coward. What a coward. Grab up by the pussy.
You see, the world that battles we have is men not needed. What kind of home or family can you find out? I'm telling them my value growing up.
Nice.
How we were brought up. Oh, no. Because it comes to clarity, submissiveness, ruler, they want to. What are you coming with this? It's never been a problem for modern society before. So when you come around feminism, and see what happens, the feminist movement has done more harm to female than ever before in history. Men want to be the men, women want to be. You're telling me you want to put tampons from men in a men's back? Come on. That's why I said to her, what education is she talking about? What education? Is it the education from the home or is it from society? I mean, you'll never be. They're brutal. Anyway.
Orlando, may I give you something?
Yes, no problem.
I hope you like it though.
I gave you mine, is it? Take one. 1 minute.
No, that's all right.
You know what?
Girls did well. Oh, there.
Drove the car into a house.
Oh, the one that was empty.
I need a straw made. I did that on Thursday. Straw made. Just march forward.
Sounds like a busy lot over there. Might have to try and get in there in a minute. There's a big old crowd to try and get into.
That was I did the live stream. I did.
Oops, sorry. Have you been into that lot over there?
What's that?
The noisy lot? No.
Go over there.
Yeah, I think it's calming down a little bit. But, yeah, it is that one, yeah. It's for me. I've got no one to look after my chair today. No, normally Saeed will, but he's on a day off. So he's not brought his gear. So.
I was going to say, why don't you ask Saeed, but you know.
Yeah, he's going walkabout himself, you know, enjoying the day off. See, well, Gabriel's still up there. Maybe I'll go and see if he'll look after it.
Live and direct on his motorbike.
Oh, no live stream today, man.
Are you having a day off today?
It's Mother's Day.
Oh, happy Mother's Day.
I've written an article about you, which has come from my heart.
Oh, thank you very much.
But I hope you like it because it's a very honest one.
Thank you.
So when you got the time, please read it and you know, don't hit me next week.
No, and I certainly will.
Hi again, guys, and if you enjoyed the video, please mention it in the comments. You would also be doing me a big favour if you would like, ring the notification bell and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already done so, that is. It costs you nothing to do so, but does a massive favour to the future success of the channel. I'll see you on the next one, but for now, ciao.